And this is where a lot of 3PLs and we are playing a big role. So what we are helping them do is reduce their time to market, increase their reach to market, lower their inventory, thereby reducing the cost and improving profitability. So that's the core mantra behind this value chain transformation, reducing the inventory and doing everything necessary to reduce the cost. If you look at the last 3-4 years, the way 3PL has evolved, if we are currently at around $8 billion kind of, which is around 56,000 crores kind of a 3PL business that we have. And this is expected to grow to almost double by 2025. And there are multiple factors that is driving this growth and that is driving this need. So if you're from a manufacturer's perspective, if you have to look at what they're looking at is, or they're looking at flexibility, they are looking at scalability, they want to experiment with new markets, they want to expand into new markets and still have the flexibility of withdrawing if need be. They are looking at quality, one-stop solution. And when I'm talking about one-stop solution, they actually want to focus on their core. Therefore, their core is their business, their manufacturing, and they would want the experts to handle, or the 3PL companies to handle this part of the business, which they better understand. So, and when I'm talking about 3PL handling, so we're talking about 3PL bringing in the know-how, the technology, the capex, the infrastructure. So all that value additions which 3PL can bring in cannot be matched by the companies themselves. So they're also looking at productivity and efficiency improvement. Obviously, the point that you mentioned, cost reduction is at the core of this requirement, and regulatory compliance. That's another thing that is driving the need for 3PL. So since we are into this business, and when we're talking about 3PL players, we are not just talking about warehousing, we are talking about complete integrated value chain transformation proposition, where we're talking about warehousing, inbound logistics, in-plant logistics, outbound logistics, mid-mile, last mile, and the first mile. So complete integration of everything. So what we are looking at is a growing need from companies. They are approaching us. They want us to evaluate their existing supply chain, reevaluate the existing network, figure out of how we can realign it in order to minimize their inventory. Because if you're talking about the overall logistics cost as a percentage of GDP, we're talking about 14%. If you're talking about transportation cost, that's one big component. But inventory cost is the killer, actually. And if you have to compare with international markets, that's one area that each company is trying to focus on. And this is where a lot of 3PLs and we are playing a big role. So what we are helping them do is reduce their time to market, increase their reach to market, lower their inventory, thereby reducing the cost and improving profitability. So that's the core mantra behind this value chain transformation, reducing the inventory and doing everything necessary to reduce the cost. So that's what we are doing. And this need is definitely there because most companies want to focus on their core. You also added up how the network has to evolve around it. As I said, the requirements are changing. Once we are mapping the whole pan-India network for the companies, we evaluate their long haul, short haul, mid-mile, last mile requirements, and everything has to be realigned to bring down the cost, reduce the time to market.